Well, good afternoon, good Wednesday afternoon to everyone, and to everyone, good Wednesday afternoon. Welcome. I'm Johnny Mac 365, and this is Wednesday Word. Welcome, welcome, welcome. First, let me give a shout out to all of my subscribers and say thank you, and to the day ones, the new subscribers, and all those in the middle. I do appreciate you. To all the content creators um, that are in the cross support movement, and just to everyone, um, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be here. There's a lot that's happening. Uh, there's a lot that's been happening on these streets. There's a lot that's been happening. Good afternoon, Sephora C. K Got a Body 13. Um, Honey, good afternoon to everyone. To everyone, good afternoon. And thank you for deciding to spend time um, at Wednesday Word. So often Deanna Irving, good afternoon. Good afternoon. And again, welcome to everyone that is here. Um, well, I might as well get into it. Today's word is loyalty. It is loyalty. I've been hearing that word thrown around a lot on the YouTube streets. Um, Mostly when someone decides to go a different way or we disagree. And when sometimes when people have gone too far and you try to tell them and they don't listen. In my observation, loyalty first starts with the individual. You have to be loyal to yourself. You have to be loyal to your standards, to your beliefs. You have to be loyal to you. You have to love you enough that I can be your friend. But when you don't want to hear, when you um, don't want to stop and take a look around, when you don't want to assess the situation for what it is, um, I have to be loyal enough to me. I have to be loyal enough to me to give you space. It doesn't mean that I don't love you. It does not mean that I am going to turn my back on you. It just means that you need your space because you have to see it for yourself. I'm still here for support. And I say that because of some experiences that I've had on YouTube where I have reached out to people and said, wait, hold on a moment, take a look at the situation. Don't get so emotional about what's going on that you become totally blind. I've shared with people um, that when you have God fighting your battle, when God is fighting the battle, don't get into the fight because you wind up getting hurt. You wind up getting hit. Let God fight it and you step back and you do what you do. You stay the course, you stay focused. However, in certain cases that the individuals that I've shared that with did not take heed to it and wound up getting deeper, going deeper into the rabbit hole of their situation. Good afternoon, Hetty Peeler. S. Hutchison, welcome. Bernadette, Felicia Fee, thank you for being here and welcome. So you must first be loyal to yourself. It is important that your standards and that your boundaries, you have to have boundaries. You have to have boundaries, both being loyal to yourself and being loyal to other people. When you have those boundaries, you treat yourself in a certain way that other people will not treat you any differently. They will not treat you differently. So after doing the work and becoming loyal with yourself, then and only then can you be loyal to other people. Okay, then and only then can you be loyal to other people. Now, we all get our hearts broken. Uh, when we feel like there's no one in the world who understands us, when we When everything is going badly, we always think about the one person in our lives, that one good friend who is always there for us. No better, no matter how tough times get, it's always important to have a loyal friend on your side. It is always important to have a loyal friend on your side, someone who will pull your coattail when you are going, um, when you're going off centered, or when you're following the wrong direction, when you're not focused, to be that point of stability to get you back on track. It is very important. Being a loyal friend is much more than what we would expect it to be. We expect it just to be, you have my back when somebody's talking about me. We fight back to back when we out in these streets windmilling, we back to back taking them out. It's more than that. It's more than the negative and the physical. It is more than that. Being loyal is more than the fight. It is more than the arguing. It is more than me having your back in times of trouble, in times of war. It is more than that. It is more than that. Hey, Mysterious Mermaid, Nanny Pulov, welcome and thank you for being here. It is more than that. People tend to ask, why is loyalty even important in friendship? Well, it is just as important to have a loyal friend as it is to have as it is to have a loyal partner. It is just as important to have a loyal friend as it is to have a loyal partner. It is very important. Someone that you can confide in, someone that knows you beyond the mask, beyond the facade, someone who has gives you a shoulder, someone who is there regardless of yourself, someone who loves you irregardless of your quirkiness, your someone who's there regardless of your issues. It is very, very important to have a loyal friend. It's important to have a loyal friend. Loyalty is the ability to put others before yourself and stick with them in good times, bad times. Show loyalty to friends and family and significant others by being honest. This is how we show loyalty. We show loyalty by being honest, trustworthy, supportive, generous. Okay, we maintain healthy boundaries with those around you so you can be loyal. So that you can be loyal in a productive way. Boundaries. It is important to have boundaries. So many people that I have observed on YouTube, on these YouTube streets, they have no boundaries, or they have very low boundaries, or boundaries that are continually being moved depending upon the situation or the relationship they're in. It is so important that you have boundaries. If for no one else, you need to have boundaries for yourself. This boundary I will not cross. And this boundary I will not allow you to cross. Being a loyal friend means having priorities. Whether we would like to admit it or not, we all have that one friend in our life who's always on our mind, and not in a romantic way. Okay? Let's get that straight. we all have that one friend who always on our mind that we think of in the middle of the day in a platonic way, and not being romantic. It's that one friend we always think about, whether we are doing fine or if we can help them. I'm sorry, whether they are doing fine, and if we can help them get through those tough times as a little bit more easy, as we can, in other words, make their day and make whatever they're going through a little easy, a little easier, make it a little calmer in their life. We all need that one person that brings the calm into our situation. Let me say that again. We all need that one individual in our lives that brings calm into any situation that we may be going through at that particular time. Okay? To prioritize friendships means to know when to go to your best friend, even when they haven't asked you to. And see, this is another thing. We so many of us, we want people to be our friends, but we want them to come to us. We want them to come to us only when they ask us to. But being a friend is knowing when to come to your friend when they need you and they may not even speak a word. Whether they are doing fine, and if you can help them get through the tough times just a little bit more easily. Okay? Even when they don't ask us to, we're there. It means to always have free time for them, to let them lie on our lap and help them solve any issues they might have in their life. It's knowing that they will be on your side no matter what. What is a loyal friend if not someone who stands up for you when someone or something bad happens to you, or when someone says something bad about you? When there are times that they find themselves in the company of someone who might not like you, and they don't hesitate to shut them up, telling them just how awesome of a person you actually are. This is what it means to have a loyal friend. Someone who won't think twice about defending you. Anytime somebody has to think twice about defending you, if they have to think twice about defending you, then there is an issue with the loyalty. There is an issue with the loyalty at that particular point. Okay? If I have to think twice about coming to your aid or coming to your defense, there is an issue with my loyalty, which means I'm not loyal at all. When you have a boyfriend who doesn't seem, or a girlfriend who doesn't seem right, a loyal friend will come up to you and say what they think. I can't even count the number of times that people have, that the people I thought to be my true friends lied to me, hiding the fact that they had seen my girlfriend cheating or my boyfriend cheating on me during high school, or even gossiping around. Those aren't friends. See, a friend will not gossip behind your back. A loyal friend will not gossip about the decisions that you made or how they feel about the decisions that you made with other people. And they don't talk to you to embarrass you. They don't talk to you in public or come at you in public or try to correct you in public. A loyal friend does not condemn you. Let me say that again. A loyal friend does not condemn you. They may convict you, and if they convict you, they don't do it in public. They may correct you or open your mind or open your eyes to correction, but they won't do it in public. They'll catch you by your hand and take you in the powder room and say, girl, look, now, that is inappropriate. You need to bring that down because it's unnecessary. That's not you. That's not who you are. How are you, D. Jefferson? Cynthia Jones, Vesha G, how are you? D. Jefferson, good afternoon. K got a body. It's good to see you. A loyal friend is someone who makes the relationship they have with you their priority. Now, just imagine if we're in a loyal friendship and we both make each other our priority. Okay? No one should be more important. Being a loyal friend means that they will run to you the moment they see something is not right. Now, and again, I have to speak from my experiences. There is and my observations, my experience on here, and my observation of the people that I have interacted with when I have seen something wrong at the outset, and I have said something, the response in one particular experience, the response was cold. And I consider myself a very loyal individual. When I'm for you, I'm for you. I'm not going to say everything in public to you, but I will pull you to the side and I will say things to you that I see down the road. But when I get that cold answer from you, I'll give you space. And the interaction from you to me at that point will determine whether this is worth my loyalty. See, because you can't give your loyalty to someone if they are not worth or worthy of your loyalty. Let me say that again. You cannot give, it would be futile to give your loyalty to someone that is not worth it. And on here, I'm observing two words that are thrown around, and one more lately than the other, that I would say dumbfound me, because people really don't know the real definition of loyalty and discernment, and where discernment actually comes from and where it lies. Okay, discernment is not intellectual. Let me say that again. And I need to hit this discernment word because it's being thrown out, and there are meanings that are being given to discernment that are not accurate. Discernment is not intellectual. Discernment is spiritual. It is the God voice within you. Let me say that again. It is spiritual. It is the God voice that is within you. And if you're not connected, you can talk about discernment all you want to, but your behavior, remember, I always say that your behavior will always betray your words. Always. If you're not connected to that inner God within you, that inner wisdom within you, if you're not connected, if it has not been cultivated, if it had not been practiced, if it has not been strengthened, I don't care how much you say discernment. Your behavior will show that you don't have it, and you'll end up every single time in situations that could, coulda, woulda, shoulda been avoided. Unnecessarily, I have watched time and time again individuals get into situations that were avoidable. I mean, with a big 42nd Street Megatron sign, should have been avoided. All the signs were there loudly and in color. Avoid it, avoid it, avoid it. Detour, detour, detour. But people tend to disregard that and to continue because they think they're grown. They want to be grown, but they don't trust the voice within them, the God voice within them. Whoo, I had to get that out. I had to get that out. It's that friend who gives you an honest opinion that a guy might not be the right one for you for many reasons that they can see, but you cannot see because you're blinded by love or by infatuation. Most of the time, we are more infatuated before we fall in love. We become infatuated with voice. We become, and I know I got a witness in the house. We become infatuated with voice. We become infatuated with swag. We become infatuated with I'm trying to say this because I don't want to sound like a colorist, but we with melanin, with structure, facial structure and body structure, we become infatuated with that, and it's like we leave all senses because this individual is interested in us. We become lost in that feeling and we don't see, but that loyal friend will see that. They will see that. It's that friend who is not afraid to tell you when that man is not right for you or that woman is not right for you. It is also that friend who is not afraid to tell you when you buy something stupid that doesn't look good on you. Yep. That is the definition of true friendship. That's the definition of true friendship. It's that true friend that's going to tell you, that true loyal friend that's going to tell you, baby, listen, that don't fit you quite right. You know, that doesn't curb. How did they put it? How was it put? It doesn't urge the curves. It curbs the curves. In other words, it doesn't make you look flattering. It's not your color, you know, and that friend will tell you. And when I say loyal friend, there is someone who pops in my mind, someone whom you love so much, or someone who pops in your mind, someone whom you love so much, and that platonic love is enough to keep you tied together for the rest of your lives. See, that's the thing with true loyal friendship. No matter where you are, no matter how long you've been friends, it will always keep you. Excuse me one moment, people. Oh, my goodness. Good afternoon. I'm wonderful. How are you? Yes. What time are you available? Okay, 40 minutes to an hour is wonderful. All right. Thank you so much. Lots going on. Lots going on. Lots going on. Yeah, someone who you love much, and that platonic love is enough to keep you tied together, to keep the two of us tied together for the rest of our lives, regardless of how far the distance is, or whether or not we talk constantly or in each other's presence constantly. We're tied together, heart to heart and breast to breast. Uh, you know, you have a loyal friend if you don't have to talk to them every day, if you don't have to spend every waking moment of every waking hour together, but rather when you spend days, weeks, or months separated, when you do finally meet, you feel that sensation of belonging, like you've never been separated. like you've never been separated. No matter how long you've been separated, no matter when the last time you talked, when you come together, everything comes together and you feel like you never lost a beat. You pick up basically where you left off. Your loyal friend is that one person in your life whom you first go to talk about the stupid text message or a comment your boyfriend or your girlfriend sent you on social media. It is that person in your life who ends up loving you, even though they know how crazy you are. It's that one friend who will stay faithful to your relationship in bad times, good times, forever and always. So it's that loyal friend who is with you, who loves you regardless, in spite of the good times, in spite of the bad times, in spite of the craziness. They love you forever and always. And when you introduce them to a new friend you've just met, they are not jealous because they generally enjoy being in the company of all of your close friends. They know that they will always have your BFF, no matter, they'll always be your BFF no matter what. And you don't have to reassure them how important or special they are to you. And that's important. That's very important. Your real friends, your loyal friend, anybody they introduce you to that is their friend, you don't get jealous, and vice versa. They don't get jealous because they know that it doesn't matter how many close friends you have, there's a certain bond and a certain relationship that you two have that you don't need to be reassured. They don't need to be reassured, but you both know where you both stand with each other. Loyal friends are those friends whose main focus is on improving your relationship and not just leaving when things get rough. And I've observed on here, a lot of people are friends for the moment. And when things get tough and when people come under fire, they run. They switch sides. They suddenly become your enemy. It's unbelievable. One of my favorite Bible verses about friendships is from Proverbs 18:24, and explains this one. There are friends who destroy each other, but a real friend sticks closer than a brother. These are friends who are only interested in your company when things are going smoothly, which is the easiest part of any friendship. So people who are not real friends, they look to destroy each other. But a real friend sticks closer than a brother. Those friends who are not really friends are only interested in your company when things are going smoothly. And being a friend when things are going smoothly is easy. It's very easy to be your friend when things are going smooth, when there are no bumps in the road, when there are no waves in the ocean, when there is no change of season. However, when things are getting rough, when there are bumps in the road, when the waves are tossing and the wind's blowing, then true loyalty in friendship is proven. It is proven. It is proven. When you have that stick-to-itiveness, when you have that investment, when you are honest. 6 of 7, good afternoon. I'm glad to see you. It is important. It is important to understand and to be able to see who your real friends are, who is really loyal to you and who is not. And it doesn't mean that the people who are not, you have to treat them mean. That's not the situation. What it is you know how to treat them. You know how to interact with them. You know how to keep them at a distance. You know how not to tell too much. Because people that I've observed on here, when you give them too much, they use it against you. But true loyal people know that sticking together during hard times instead of just giving up is what matters. And what makes a friendship stronger and deeper. True friends never give up on their friendship. True friends never give up on their friendship. True friends never give up on their friendship. I'm going to say it one more time. True friends never give up on their friendship, regardless of what they go through. They find a way to make things work. And they never give up until things are back the way they used to be. They find a way to make things work and never give up until things are back the way they used to be. They don't give up on the friendship, and they are steadily working things out to get through the storm, to get past the rough and the rocky roads, to get past the storm. A loyal friend never forgets to pick up the phone when you're in need of their help or advice. They don't make excuses like, I was busy doing this and that, because they know that you would never do that to them were they in the same situation. They never give you excuses. And again, it comes from a place of being honest. If I didn't want to answer the phone, I'm going to tell you I needed some time for me. I'm not going to use excuses. Excuses, as far as in my definition, excuses are nothing more than a reason stuffed with a lie. On the outside, the reason is plausible, but on the inside of that reason is nothing but a lie, and it is dishonest. Okay. And even when they, and even if they really are really prevented from answering the phone, true friends don't forget to call you after they're done. Okay, they don't forget to call you. Their priority is your well-being and happiness, and they never make you wait, because they are loyal friends to the core. Okay, they don't only think about themselves, and they don't only call when they need something. They are always there for you, ready to give you a hand and help you fight evil forces and people. Okay? Their priority is your well-being and happiness. It is not my job as your friend, as your loyal friend, to create chaos in your life. But it is my endeavor to be that your well-being and happiness is my priority, because I'm loyal to the core. I don't think about them. I don't think about myself, or only about myself. In the scheme of our friendship, I'm thinking about my friend. I'm thinking about my friend. And I don't call you when I need something. I don't only call you when I need something. And see, to me, that's a freeloader and a scam artist when I'm only calling you when I need something from you, when I want to take real loyal friends. They add and multiply. They never divide and subtract. Let me say that again. A loyal friend never subtract or divide. They always add and multiply to your happiness, your well-being. They are always there for you, ready to give you a hand and help you fight forces, evil forces, and people, basically people that are coming against you. They stand with you like a fortress. They don't bow down. They don't break. They stand with you in whatever you're going through. Lord, here's something else that a lot of us on here has witnessed. A lot of us on here. Zionia Pearl, good afternoon. Good to see you. We have all noticed and observed on YouTube streets where people say that they loyal, and what they have a tendency to do is when certain situations happen, they give up or regurgitate all the information that they know about you. Hey, Miss Leo. Loyal friends bury your secrets deep in their hearts, and they never, under any circumstances, betray your trust. Let me say that again. Loyal friends bury your secrets deep in their hearts, and they never, ever, under any circumstance, betray your trust. You can tell them anything you want without fearing that tomorrow half the city will somehow know about it. Your secrets are safe with them because their hearts and intentions are pure. They don't pretend to be your true friend only for the sake of collecting your personal data and sharing it with other people. Let me tell you something. And people have a tendency to feel that, well, if I tell one person, it's not so bad. If you tell one person, that person is going to tell another person, and 9 out of 10 times, as it goes, it's going to grow. Each one person. Let me say this. I've always experienced when you are a person's best friend and they're not your best friend, they usually have a best friend and they share information with their best friend. So if you're taking a person as your best friend and it is not mutual, number one, there is no real friendship and there is no loyalty. So your information will be shared. This is why discernment and listening and connecting with the inner God voice in you is so important. That discernment is important so that you know, the Bible says, know them that labor among you. You have to know who the people are that you come in contact with. You have to know who the people are that you are letting into your personal space. You have to know the people that you are letting into your heart. Because if you don't, it could be to your detriment. Lauren Grizzly Sawyer, good afternoon and welcome and welcome. So those friends that are not loyal, those friends that are not trustworthy, they will share your information just for sport, or just like talking about Real Housewives of Potomac or Atlanta. True friends are those friends who never give you any cause to mistrust. Understand this. Understand this. True friends are those friends. Let me say that again. True friends, loyal friends, are those friends who never give you cause to mistrust. And when it says give you cause, a lot of what that means is they never consciously or intentionally, they never intentionally give you cause to mistrust their friendship. They never will. However, if it is done unconsciously, a loyal friend is able to handle you coming to them and saying, this is what I felt. And they clear it up. When you have something important to share with them, they don't think twice about it. You just call them or go to them and tell everything that is on your mind, knowing that your secret will be safe with them because their beautiful hearts are the safest place on the planet. And again, you only can tell that person's heart by discernment, relationship, and loyalty. What you give out is what you should get back. If you are loyal to yourself, that is a boundary within itself. That we cannot be friends if we cannot be loyal to each other. We cannot be friends. We cannot relate on a deep level if we are not loyal. If we are not sincere. If we are not trustworthy. Loyal friendship is one that inspires you to become a better person. And this again is one of the things that I've observed on YouTube with a lot of these friendships and people throwing the word loyal around with people, is that it doesn't inspire the people, the two individuals that are engaged in that quote unquote loyal friendship. It doesn't inspire them to become better people. Anytime that you are in a loyal friendship, it should motivate you and inspire you to become a better person. It should motivate you. What does being a motivating person means, or being motivated is? It means to be a mover. So to be motivated is to be a person that is a mover. They move. They move in the direction of their inspiration. They move in the direction of their aspiration. They see what they want to be, and they don't sit there waiting for God to come out of the sky and to drop it on them, but they move in the direction. That's what a motivating person or a motivated person is. Loyal friends don't judge you for any reason. Let me say that again. Loyal friends don't judge you. They don't stand in judgment on you. They don't judge you for any reason, no reason whatsoever. They don't find a reason to, they just do not live or relate in judgment. And usually to have a friend that does not judge you is to have a person that does not live in judgment, period. Because it is difficult for me not to judge you and to judge everyone else. That's a contradiction. I cannot have judgment against everyone else or towards everyone else, and then in my friendship, my loyal friendship, I'm not judgmental. That just doesn't balance. So they don't judge you for any reason, and they don't make you feel less important. Instead, they inspire you to become a better person. And the best version of yourself, the best version of yourself. They support you becoming the best version of yourself. They inspire you to become the best version of yourself. But most of us who are that type of friend to do that, the other person has shortcomings. So what do? We don't give up on them. We continue to inspire them. We share with them the tools. We share with them the tools and show them how to use the tools to become a better person and the best version of themselves. If you're doing something wrong, they don't stay silent, waiting for you to fall. Let me say that again. If you are doing something wrong, they don't just sit there silently waiting for you to fall. They let you know about your wrong decision, and they don't give up until you understand what they're trying to tell you. Loyal friends don't force you to do something you're not comfortable with just because they are doing it. Now, how many times have we observed that people in these alliances have forced people to do things that they don't want to do or that they are uncomfortable with doing? Just because they're doing it. Well, because you're doing it, because I'm doing it, you got to do it. No, real friends don't do that. They understand that everyone has their own choices and they respect yours. They understand that everyone has their own choices and decisions to make, and they respect it. They respect it. Hey, Torian, it's good to see you. Long time no see. Okay? They respect the decisions and the choices that you make. They respect you and love you for who you really are, not for who they want you to be. And again, this is one of the things that we as content creators constantly observe. We observe. We observe people wanting to control people, to do what they don't want to do. They don't respect your decision. They don't respect who you really are. They don't respect you for who you want to be. They want to make you who they are or who they want you to be. They want to make you like them. So if they don't like someone, you can't like them. And that's not how God created us. God created every individual an individual. Don't allow your power to be taken from you, your power of choice, your power of being to be taken from you. Or better yet, don't give it up. Most of those relationships, the people give up their friendship. I mean, they give up their individuality. They give up their choice. They give up their own power for these people to mold them into who they are, and they become little minions. So real friends respect you for they respect and love you for who you are, who you really are, and not for who they want you to be. They love your quirkiness and flaws because that's what makes you special in their eyes. They know that these are your trademarks, and they give their best to nurture your geniusness or your genuineness. Okay, so your flaws and your quirks are what make you unique, just as your talents and gifts make you unique. So often we look at flaws and quirks as being negative, but so often in the eyes of God, those quirks and those flaws are a gift. And so often they are our gift. That's wherein our gift lies. And so it makes us who we are. And that's what makes you special. That's what makes you special. And so your loyal friends know that these are your trademarks, and they give their best. They do their best. They share their best to nurture you in your genuineness. Being loyal to friends means being loyal to something you believe in, not because you ought to, but because you want to. Don't make me feel like I have to be loyal to you. You want me to be loyal to you, for then I won't be loyal to you. However, I have to make the decision to be loyal. I make that decision, not because I have to, but because I want to. Okay? It means hugging, cussing, yelling, crying, and bleeding together because you believe in your special friendship. And you wouldn't want to go through all these things with anyone else. I choose to be loyal. And I don't want to go through the crying, the hugging, the cursing, the yelling. I don't want to go through that with anybody else but you. I've made that choice to be loyal to you for those reasons, because no one else understands me like you do. No one else knows me like you do. So therefore, I'm comfortable with taking off my mask. Hey, perfectly imperfect. I'm comfortable. Hey, oh no, welcome. Glad to see you. I am totally comfortable with revealing myself and being myself. I'm totally comfortable because I chose to be loyal to you and to accept your loyal friendship as well. It also means doing stupid things only for the sake of doing them, laughing later together about how stupid you really are, and embracing that moment with pride and more laughing. Have you ever had that type of friend where you did stupid things with them and it was funny, and later on when you thought about it, it was just as funny as the first time you did it? That's a bond. That is a bond. And it's funny because the two of you can be in the same place at the same time, and something happened that remind both of you at the same time of that incident, and you have this laugh between each other that the situation may be funny, but both of you are communicating silently, remembering that incident, and it makes it that much funnier. Well, at least I have. At least I have. It means being together in exactly. It means being together in stupidity, good times, bad times, chill times, and bleeding times. It means wiping tears from each other's faces. And here's another one that can be very dangerous. And plotting revenge, because that's what loyal friends do. Loyal friends feel each other's pain and share each other's tears. They are not afraid to cry in front of each other and be vulnerable, because they know that they are the strongest when being together. Lord knows it's a wonderful thing to have a friend, a loyal friend that you can be vulnerable with and not have any second thoughts about it. It's natural, and vice versa. They know that recollecting your old memories is what will make you feel better, and they know how to turn your tears into a smile. And they are ready to plot revenge with you against the whole world if needed, because that's what loyal friends do. Ooh, I didn't know that word. They don't give a shit about other irrelevant or what other irrelevant people think. They do what they have to do, and they do it because they really want to. Your happiness is a reflection of their own, and your bodies and souls are in it together. This is what loyalty is about. This is what loyal friends do. So when you begin to think about using that word, please think twice, then come back again and think thrice. Because it is not just a word that has a surface meaning. It's not just a surface meaning. It runs deep. It runs heart to heart and breast to breast. It runs spirit to spirit. Yes, that's what being a loyal friend is all about. So don't forget to treat your friends like they treat you, with respect, with love, with protection. You might not find someone as amazing as they are ever again in life. So don't make the mistake of thinking that they won't hold it against you for not being there for them, especially in hard times. Go and show them how much you appreciate them. If you got a loyal friend, show them how much you appreciate them. And what I like to do, I like to show it without warning. I don't even try to set it up. I make it up in my mind to show them how much I appreciate them. And it has such a profound effect on and strengthening the relationship. Go and show the world that you love them and that your friendship really is something special. Now, let's summarize all of this with one of the most beautiful quotes about loyal friends by Maurice R. Franks. And he says, loyalty cannot be blueprinted. It cannot be produced on an assembly line. In fact, it cannot be manufactured at all. For its origin is the human heart, the center of all self-respect and human dignity. So it cannot be drawn, it cannot be produced, it cannot be manufactured, it cannot be assembly lined, because it is from the heart, it is from the spirit, it is from where the center of self-respect and human dignity comes from. So it is not, please understand, it is not an idle word that does not have deep spiritual roots, deep heartfelt roots. Oh, people don't know loyalty. That's right, they don't know loyalty. And 9 out of times, what you're expecting as loyalty is not loyalty, because you don't know the meaning of it. Neither have you really experienced true loyalty. true loyalty. You haven't experienced true loyalty. So you sound good in the moment because you're frustrated and you're upset and your feelings are hurt. And 9 out of 10 times your feelings are hurt because you were not listening. When your true loyal friend tells you, pulls your coattail, whispers in your ear, takes you to the side and lets you know you're going too far. And when you don't listen and they separate themselves, don't you dare throw the word loyalty up because you didn't have your ears open and you wasn't in relationship with your God voice inside to understand and to know that this is God speaking to me through them, reconciling with what my spirit is saying, and get it and stop. Just stop and get it together. And get it together. That's what loyal friends do. That's what loyalty is about. It's about my preferring your well-being and your happiness. It's not about taking your shine. It's not about being bigger than you or being better than you. It's about pushing you into the limelight. It's about supporting your dream. It's about motivating and inspiring you to be the best version of yourself. Being a loyal friend will help you to see yourself and to motivate you to move to the person that you ultimately would love to be. I appreciate all of you that have come in to share this moment with moi on my Wednesday Word. Again, this Wednesday Word was inspired by a lot of the things that have been going on these YouTube streets, because people have been throwing this word loyalty and the word discernment around, not understanding or taking into consideration the real components and the real definition of what loyalty is. And so I wanted to share this to, again, offer the tools by which to become better people. Again, I appreciate everyone in the chat because I'm a little over an hour and I really didn't intend to be, but I'm not going to apologize for it, because every now and then we need a reminder, and I'm getting a reminder of true loyalty and making sure that I stay in the proper place. So I appreciate all of you. Miss Iris Wagstaff, Cynthia Jones, Vesha G, Vashay G, I think, well, some people, Zionia Pearl, and to all of my mods, Maturish, I saw you in, Mysterious Mermaid, Grady Baby, I think I saw Kay Got a Body, Miss Leo, S. Hutchinson, all of you that are in here, I appreciate your being here, and that I could say something to uplift you and to make you a mover, make you a person that moves, cause you to be inspired. I thank you all so much because you motivate me. You inspire me to even be better, to even be better. So on this hump day, well, I don't necessarily call Wednesday a hump day. I call it a day where I look back at the 2 days and I take a breath, or better yet, I look at the 2 days that I've come through and I exhale And then I look at the days ahead and I take a big breath and I go for it. So it's a day to let go of the past and uh, prepare myself for the future. So I bid you a wonderful Wednesday. And I'm so glad I came on early because I have been off schedule for a while. But I'm grateful that God has given me this to share with you. And I do want you to remember this, that a real friend doesn't destroy. A loyal friend doesn't destroy, but a loyal friend sticks closer than a brother. And they motivate and inspire. They support. They inspire you to be a better person and the best version of yourself. So when you hold that up, when you look in the mirror, you hold that up to see if you measure up. And remember, if you don't measure up to other people, if you don't measure up, if you don't measure yourself up to the standard, then other people, your relationships, everything is drawn to you by what you are. So if you don't measure up, they won't measure up. But I encourage you, you got one of the tools. Let's begin to make this happen. Again, thank you all, to my moderators, all of my subscribers, and to all of you for sharing your time with me. As I say, perfectly imperfect, how are you? Good to see you. Okay, thank you. Um, as I say, with every live, I declare and decree unto you and into you much love. More love than you can conceive, more love than your heart can feel, and much more love than your hands can hold. Because when you love your God, when you love yourself, and when you love others, you have kept the commandments of God, and that pleases him. And he blesses you abundantly above all that you can think or ask. Have a good day, everybody.